Hello YouTube, it's Moogle847 and welcome back to the Moogle Cafe. And we are actually very in a good mood. One, I got my free Pokemon for Pokemon Y, so yay, I got my Mew today. Good times. And also, we're going to go up and we're doing a double review, or we're doing a double post today because I didn't get my Empire Strikes Back video up in time, or up when I wanted to. So we're going to get that today as well. But today we are also going to finally finish the Star Wars saga. So that way I can go ahead and go on to the other stuff. And I'm still trying to figure out what exactly we're going to be calling this new trilogy. And I won't even do anything Episode 7 until the DVD comes out and I have a copy. I mean, I would love to do movie reviews of movies that are currently in theaters, but let's face it, I just don't have the finances. So I'm just going to go up and just keep doing just DVDs in my collection, games in my collection, and that's it. Alright? Sorry. I mean, if I get a following on this that actually does get me money to the point where, yeah, I can actually do something, sure. Same with, like, editing and title sequences and all that. I would love to do it, but I just don't have really the resources to do that. So, anybody want to contribute, go for it. I don't mind. But I just, like I said, right now this is my format for the show. Sorry. Anyway, so, oh, and before I forget, I will do this will have spoilers for Episode 5 as well as Episode 6. I'm not going to completely spoil Episode 6, but unfortunately for Episode 6, I have to talk about the things at the end of Episode 5. It kind of happens. It's a continuation, so I'm sorry. Spoilers. You've been warned. Alright? Anyway, so, Star Wars Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi. Good movie. Fantastic movie. But here's what's going on. After the fallout of Episode 5, where Han Solo is put into carbonite and taken by Boba Fett to Jabba the Hutt, you have Princess Leia and Luke are still trying to figure out how to get him back. And Luke is still trying to process the fact that he learned that his father is Darth Vader. Yeah. As if we couldn't tell when Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker and is now Darth Vader, and this guy's named Luke Skywalker. I just could not figure that out. I mean, a big reveal in the 70s or in the 80s when these two movies came out, but not as big of a shocker as it is today, or for today. Sorry, but anyway, so Luke and Leia are trying to get Han back in any way they can. Meanwhile, the Empire is busy building a new Death Star. So, great times. But the only difference is this time the Death Star will have the Emperor on it. The Emperor is going to be there. He is going to be ready to fight. He's going to be ready to flex his muscles and show everybody, yes, I am the Emperor. I am on the Death Star. I will blow your planet up. Such a nice guy. So you got the Empires doing that. Leia and Luke end up saving Han with the help of Chewbacca and Lando, as well as C-3PO and R2-D2, because we had to throw the whole gang in. And yeah, once again, we've got the differences between the original unedited version. Like I said, mine is the 2-disc, and the second disc has our original version, while the main disc is the special features one. And the special features one has a song and dance number that wasn't in the original, and most of the time the CG and all the characters work pretty good. Until you get the one shot of the guy that's holding a note and screaming into a camera. And then you look at that and you go, wow, that looks extremely dated. God. Anyway, so like I said, they save Han, And while Han and Leia go off to the Rebel Alliance, Luke goes back to Dagobah to talk to Yoda and to try to finish off his training because he kind of left early. Well, unfortunately, Yoda does no more training for him except just to beat Vader. And finally Luke gets the confirmation from Yoda that yes, Darth Vader's your father. And, oh yes, by the way, you have a sister. You have another one. And, yeah, they're talking about his twin sister. Which, if you've seen episode 3, really is not that much of a shocker. Because you kind of see both of them be born and they freaking name them. So, yeah. Not much of a shocker. But anyway. So, yeah, you got that. You got, eventually Luke gets back to the Rebel Alliance, and they start going up and trying to formulate an attack on the Death Star. Well, of course, they end up going to a planet called Endor, where the Death Star is now sitting over the planet, and it has a little station that is giving it a shield, because apparently the shield generators aren't quite there yet. Well, they're actually part of an advanced strike force trying to take that apart, while the Rebel Alliance lies in wait for the right time to go up and do a full-scale attack. Well, they end up, Luke and Leia get separated, and Leia ends up meeting a whole group of indigenous teddy bears, basically, called Ewoks. And you know what? Say what you will, I still like the Ewoks. They're good characters. Don't know why in the Blu-ray George Lucas was that worried about whether or not the Ewoks blinked. I'm not even gonna bother. Alright, I'm not even gonna bother. So, the big thing, though, is that, yeah, eventually Luke does finally say to Leia that he's like, hey, I found a few things. One, you're my sister. And two, our father is Darth Vader, and he's on the Death Star. He actually felt my presence as we were landing. He knows we're down here. I'm going to go up to fight him, just kind of maybe throw off a distraction. So he goes off to do that. He's off fighting Darth Vader and the Emperor at the same time by himself, while Group B is there trying to go up and destroy the shield generator around the Death Star, so that way the Armada could take out the Death Star. The question is, will they win? Well, who knows? Well, I kind of do because I've seen the movie, but for all those that have not seen the movie and are watching my reviews, there you go. I'm not going to spoil any more of it. It's there. Just enjoy it. So, my overall feelings on this, it's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's a good ending. Still kind of wish that they had the original ending with Yub Nub in it, but, that's fine. Lucas put in some new footage of, people celebrating around the galaxy, and it's actually all well and good. Because especially when they did the special edition the first time, yes, it was a celebration of the fact we killed the Emperor. We beat the Empire. This is awesome. And, well, you also had the tragic stuff. Anyway, I did spoilers. I'm so sorry. But, anyway, so, sorry about that. But, anyway. We kind of have to figure, especially since we got episode 7, and all 3 characters are back. You gotta figure they did. Anyway. But, as I was saying, overall, good movie. The music is once again John Williams. Hate the fact that, like I said, we switched Yub Nub with this other piece, but the other piece is still good. It's still a good movie. Fantastic movie. And, still loved that like the two best songs out of all of the John Williams score was the one for when they are starting to attack the Death Star, as well as a few times where you actually hear the Emperor's theme. And you hear it several times, but there it is. And also, once again, this movie is not directed by George Lucas, but it still has George Lucas's writing. And you can definitely tell that, especially with them adding the whole little tiny teddy bears defeating the Empire, that, yeah, they were trying to be a little more kid-friendly compared to the last one. But that's not a bad thing. It's still a good thing. So, But, yeah. Like I said, that's my overall review. It's a good movie. Fantastic movie. And a good way to end the trilogy. It could have gone a little better, in some cases, depending on whose logic you're looking at. But overall, it's a good experience. I highly recommend everyone checks it out. Alrighty, well, hey, that's it for the day, and I will see you guys later. Moogle847 signing out.